your boy Leak. Um, Leak Vlogs, back at it again. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty much had a good day. Still adjusting to a couple things that I'm setting up with like my new diet routine and just overall certain ways I'm getting through my day. But overall, I had a good day. My energy seems not as it's because I just ate, and I'm like digesting, but I do feel good. I had, what did I have? I had like tofu and rice and greens and stuff like that. Had me some good water. But so anyways, I'll just jump right into it. What I want to talk to you guys about today is a topic that I wanted to touch on based on like my previous videos about movies and stuff. And being that he has a new movie coming out too as well, I figure out kind of lines up together. I wanted to talk about Michael B. Jordan and his role with Killmonger and how he said he had to go to rehab after that role. First, I just want to start out by saying that he's actually one of my favorite actors. Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson. Oh my goodness, how am I going to say these guys are my favorite actors? Or a couple of them, and I can't even name them. But you guys know who I'm talking about. The guy from Taken, and Michael Ealy. I like. They all have like this like mysterious, like dark but calm like vibe. I think there's a reason why I like those actors or the roles they play. And Idris Elba, yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Liam Neeson, and Michael Ealy. Yeah, I think I named like the couple ones that I really like. But anyways, so what he talked about in that role, or what he talked about across videos that I've seen, was that he had to go to rehab for that role he played with Killmonger. And I think that movie was about back in like 2018. So 19, Black Panther. So now I know he has a new movie coming out, the Sinners movie. I'm definitely gonna go see that. It just looks good. And no, this is not an advertisement. I'm just speaking on what I feel at the moment. But what he described in the videos I've seen was just like the mental, I guess, the mental struggles he went through after that role. I mean, it doesn't really matter what he said. The fact that he was in rehab for that role pretty much says like everything I need to know in order for me to put the camera up to make the video and express like how I feel about that. What that taught me that he went through rehab after that role was that, at least at that time, I can't speak for now unless I do more research on where he is right now mentally. What I feel about him going to rehab is that although he might be a great actor, I feel like he gave too much of his all into that role, and without that balance that you need whenever you use your body as a vessel in order for spirits to enter. I don't think he was like yeah, I don't think he was protecting himself. I think he was so dedicated to the role that he pretty much like gave his all into that. And you know, although that giving your all energy is something that audiences like appreciate or they think they want, I don't think that's actually what you really want. I believe like you like in a way you want the person you're acting to give it their all, but I believe that there still has to be some sort of like balance or like awareness into that. I don't think there's nothing safe about like doing things like that. I do believe that even though I'm not an actor, there's a way to give your all but still be sort of like in control. I mean, like think about it like this: like you drink a bottle of alcohol, or if you drink beer or drink alcohol, or you know when I used to drink, um, you know there is two types of versions of drinking, I believe. So I'm not 100% upset at him. And when I say two versions, what I mean is like, well, I'm not upset at him at all. But anyways, the two versions I was talking about is like, yeah, the version where you drink and you know when people say hold your liquor, that's another word for like, you know, like, yeah, control yourself, like be drunk, but like be basically be aware at the same time. And then you know, you have those days where like I'm pretty sure every person that's drank alcohol has those days where you drink and you completely just let go, you let yourself into the alcohol, or you over drink on purpose because you want the spirit to just overtake your vessel. You want to just be drunk with no type of, and those are the nights that, think about it, those are the nights that usually black out, or it doesn't really go the way you thought it was gonna go. It's not as fun. It's like if you drink that certain amount, you're like still here, but it like took over you, and in a way it feels good. But the minute you tip that scale just a little bit, you're drunk. You're not yourself. And that's what I think what happened with that role. He didn't balance the scale. I do think there's like an invisible scale in like acting that I can't see, but I know that they know that they you know, that's part of their, you know, their skill set that they have to work on. You know, you have to work on being an actor. I don't think you just like throw yourself into a role and like let it take over, because if it does, then yeah, you end up in rehab. And that's the same thing that happened with Jared Leto. uh he played the Joker role, and then he said he had, I think he went to rehab for like 8 weeks or something. He went to like some island in the middle of nowhere to get grounded. And yeah, I'll definitely make this video like a Killmonger. I'll title it like Killmonger slash like Joker, something like that along the lines. But it's just, you know, to bring awareness to knowing that like your body is a vessel. And you know, whether you're eating, drinking, or whatever you're doing, smoking, blah blah blah, like, you know, you have to be aware of the energies you let in and monitor how it shapeshifts your reality. Because yeah, like seeing Michael B. Jordan or Jared Leto go off to rehab, and like you see the pictures of how, man, it's like they really gave their all to that role. And I don't think they have nobody around them telling them how to balance that like type of force. Like, I don't understand how they're in the industry and they haven't really like encountered uh they haven't really encountered people, other actors that give them those type of tips. Maybe it's just something you have to figure out on your own. It's not maybe necessarily advice you can get from like, you know, other actors. But you know, hopefully, you know, they find that type of grounding or whatever, wherever they went for rehab, hopefully they got they didn't just get grounded. Hopefully they search for answers in order to keep continuing to act. I don't believe that, you know, you should just like sacrifice yourself for the sake of a legacy and like just like completely let a role take over you, because I mean, that's a sign of weakness, honestly. Like that's how I see it. The fact that they both went to rehab, I'm not saying they're weak, but what I'm saying is like it pretty much shows like the lack of awareness they have. And I do think like over time they've probably matured more as an actor. I haven't seen anything Jared Leto's been in after Suicide Squad, or what was it? Suicide Squad slash that Batman movie. You know what I'm talking about. He had like a scene in there, and then you know, Michael B. He's had many movies, or he's been in roles after. I think he was in Creed. Creed came after Black Panther. No, it didn't. I'm not sure, but he was definitely in things after Black Panther. But all I know is in this movie, Sinners, you know, here he is going to show off his acting again. I'm interested to see if I can find information on like him doing this role, or I have to go back and do research on like both of them to kind of like make sure I re-understand, or see if I could see where their heads are at, you know, because that's a very serious thing. And again, like you could probably ask yourself like, so why are you making this video? It's just for me to kind of like not only because I wanted to talk about it, because why not, but the most important thing is to bring awareness to the fact that it's true, like your body really is like a temple. And you know, they let those spirits in, Killmonger and the Joker, and you know, those probably weren't even them on the camera. That was probably something else completely, entirely. It's like they were drunk off the role of whatever acting, whatever spirit that was in them. So, you know, I don't believe that you necessarily have to go that far to capture the essence of that spirit. I feel like there's definitely has to be like some sort of like balance that like you get like this good feeling of like being high off that energy, but still like somewhat like controlling it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to touch on Michael B. Jordan, and I kind of threw Jared Leto in there because those roles are kind of like similar. You know, even though any role is like a role, those like dark type of roles, you know, I'm sure like you letting that in definitely weighs on you, channeling that dark energy. And yeah, they just gotta, hopefully they've evolved their acting or their mindset where they don't move like that, and hopefully they perfect their craft, or but pretty much, yeah, that's it. Remember that you're in control of what you let in, and try not to tip the scale too much, because the scale will tip. Pretty sure I said everything I wanted to say on this video. Of course, I have more topics. I'm not leaving. Being with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.